Good morning. This is the Morning Motivation. This is Thomas Warden. I am the host, our worldwide community, and everybody around the world that has shifted their life and their energies by giving a new perspective to what they've been thinking and saying to themselves. That's the biggest thing that we always work on in life is everybody says, I'm trying to create myself or I'm trying to find myself. Well, you've been found. You were born. You are here. You have a heartbeat. So you don't have to be found anymore. So all you need to do is get up and know when you get up that you have the energy to change your perspective on the ways that you have been taught, on the words that you have been giving yourself to kickstart your day. And every day when we get up, we always say, thank you. Thank you for the roof over our head. Thank you for the clothes on our back. Thank you for the food in our belly. Thank you for this life experiences that we're going through, and knowing now that we are a source energy that can shift our life into a true emotion within seconds. Knowing that you can go from sadness to happiness all because that's what you choose. All because you get up in the mirror now in the mornings and you don't have to have that sadness because you kickstarted your day with a good thank you before you got out of bed, giving gratitude for what you have. Now the universe and source energy is already with you in that moment. So now when you get up and you go to the mirror and you clean up that face and you go to brush them teeth, now you can look yourself in those eyes and say, you are awesome and you are a powerful source energy and you are full of love and I'm full of happiness today. Why? Because this is my day to do the things that I want to do that's going to make me happy throughout my lifetime today. There's many things that I will experience, give me the energy to be able to absorb them. There will be many situations that I will have to go through today, but give me the strength to be able to handle them. Give me the physical knowledge and the wisdom to be able to answer any questions that come my way, to be able to help that person to guide them in a direction that they may need, that can shift their life from this energy level to another energy level, which is going to bring them into a happier state. And once you get into that happy state, then you now know that you don't have to get out of it. Why? Because you chose to get there. And once you get there, you do not have to come off of that happy state for anyone, for any reason. You're going to live your life for you on a day-to-day basis now. And it may sound selfish, but it's not. You're going to start your day with you, and you're going to end your day with you. And you came into this world with you, right? So each day you're going to start and end with a happy note. You're going to give yourself happy energy every day as you're going along. You're going to be able to look at a mirror now and know that you can look at those demons and say, you're not going to be in my life anymore. You will remove yourself from me. I am a vine. I am connected to the branch. The branch is producing fruit. Why? Because I am a fruitful vine. I'm a vine that is giving out energy on a day-to-day basis to be able to touch those with the words that we speak out every day by shifting their life and their energy, knowing instead of saying, I can't, say, I will. You know, because if you truly want something in your life, then you are the only one that can make that happen. You are the one that's going to have to stay dedicated to who? You. Because if you want to get that physical body in the direction you want it, then who has to get up and do it? You. It's not going to happen by sitting on the couch. If you want your mental side to be in a better state, then you better dive off into some trainings and some books and podcasts and whatever else that's going to help you with that mental side. If you need to work on your spiritual side, then you need to do the same thing. Go get with a pastor. Go get with somebody of your fellow brother and sisters that can talk to you about the universes. Because if you try to talk to somebody that is not connected with the universe, then guess what? You're not going to understand them and they're not going to understand you. So when you're speaking about the things that you want to talk about, go to someone who is experienced in that already so you can make yourself better. Go talk to an experienced person, because if you want to play better tennis, then what do you have to do? You need to play a better person. If you want to learn how to shoot pool a little bit better, are you going to go and find somebody who's just half-ass shooting and only making one or two? Or are you going to look at that guy that's making 5 or 6 or 7 balls at the same, when he's playing consistently? Right? So you're playing a better person. What is that going to do? That's going to make you better in that skill. So if you want to get better in your marketing skills, then you're going to find somebody who is doing good within the community that's doing good within the marketing, and ask them questions and tips and tricks that you can utilize for you. Same thing with anything that you're doing, the videos, the go lives, the just joining the social media. There's so much training that you can get wrapped up in to learn how to do it. And as long as you follow those people that have the experience and the people that have the true knowledge of what's going on, then that's what's going to make you a better person. Now, in your game of your advertising, in your world that you're playing with on the online world, now, are you going to be better are you trying to chase what they're doing? Are you going to chase what you're doing? So at first, you're advertising. When you start doing it, then guess what? You need to be better than your advertisement that you had before. All right, then that one's pretty good. Let's step it up. How can I get it a little bit better? How can I get my costs down? Things like that. You have all kinds of different things in your life that you're going through, but the only person that's going to make it happen today and tomorrow and the day after that is the person that you're looking at in the mirror. So I'm fired up today, guys. You know, people want to say they want things. People want something in their life. And the biggest thing I say every time is, did you look in the mirror and tell yourself that that's what you want? You know, when I ask somebody that has just started a business and teaching a class of something, you know, it's like, well, where do you see this going? You know, have you got your license for it? Are you looking to expand bigger? All right. You say you can only handle 5 or 6 people, you know, but what if this turned into where there was 20 or 25 people in here? You know, can you handle that amount of flow? Where do you see the bigger picture? And she's like, I really haven't thought about all that. If you're looking for a dream in your life, then you need to design your dream. Get in tune with what you want and where you want it to go. Even if it's not happening tomorrow, but yet it's something that will be coming. Why? Because that's what you're going to give your focus to. If that's what your energy is doing to make you truly happy, then flow with that. But if you don't have any dreams or designs or haven't written anything down yet or at all, then the universe has nowhere an idea of what to bring you, because you don't know what you truly want either. So just know there's more to this day-to-day basis of living the groundhog life over and over like a zombie. You do more with you every day. Where do you want you to go? What makes you tick and what makes you happy? You can go to that college all day long and they can try to prepare you for that outside world. But what is making you happy, and where do you want to go with your life? Whew. All right. I'm wound up, ready to roll. All right. Brother Julio, you got anything for me? Angie, right quick. Charlotte won't be here. Do you want to find something for affirmations at the end? Perfect. All right. Thank you. All right, Brother Julio.
Well, good morning, guys. Much love to you guys. I wanted to just talk about it's Friday, man. So I'm not really a big, hey, it's Friday, whoop de freaking do. Every day is the same, in the sense where you have to really, build yourself up and get yourself going. Exactly what we're talking about, here this morning. But being intentional. That's what I wanted to talk about this morning. Be intentional with your time. How you're spending your time, where you're investing your time. If you have a little bit, if you have an hour here, an hour there, why not invest it reading in a book? Why not invest it listening to something, taking notes, investing in yourself, and how you actually perceive your situation, how you perceive the world, so you can make some progress and make some gains internally, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. Something through examining yourself, and I say this through experience, through examining myself is where I'm able to get to where I'm at today. Looking in the mirror, exactly what Thomas always refers to. Look in the mirror, just keeping it real with yourself. You examine yourself, you begin to learn your habits, you begin to learn your practices, and at the same time, you'll say, okay, you know what? I BS'd my time yesterday because I had an hour there where I could have did something, and all I did was, you were entertained, or, you were doing something else. What are the things that were, that are in our regular everyday routines that are taking away from us? What else could we be doing with that time in order to, to get us to a place of intent? You say you want something. Well, what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you really willing to do in order to get there? It's okay to be uncomfortable. That just means that you're growing. That's all that means. It's like if you're going to the gym, we've been referencing that quite often lately, but if you're going to the gym in general, and you're like, damn, these weights are really, really freaking heavy, well, you have an undeveloped muscle, so that's why they're heavy. So the more hey, I'm gonna do 2 reps today, tomorrow I'm gonna do 3, or in a couple of days, after you give your muscle rest or whatnot, you go ahead and you hit the same, those kind of reps, and you hit it more. You're able to do, instead of 3, you're able to do 4. After 4, you're able to do 5. Pretty soon you're doing them like it ain't nothing, So, and it's the same context with your business, it is something new. And we're all growing. Thomas says that how long Thomas has been in it, and he's still growing every single day. You know, the leaders, everybody we follow, you guys know that they still speak about growing every single day. You know, we always speak about the fact that this is a journey. Are you enjoying the journey? I hope so. I hope you really are. Otherwise, is it worth doing it? Is it worth doing it? Right. You ain't got to do it. Nobody's making you do it. You know, do you really want what you say you want? If you do, then be intentional. Be intentional about how you come across. Be intentional about how you spend your time. Be intentional about, the people you spend your time with. Be intentional about what you're doing, what you're watching, what you're listening to throughout the day, what you're reading, what you're investing in yourself, what you're imparting into your heart, what you're imparting into your soul. Be intentional about all those things, and you'll begin to see progress. You'll begin to see things moving, Remember, how you're going to realize things for progress is not what the world's necessarily going to notice it. Why? Well, because you are an individual. Your situation is specific. Your story is specific, and there's people that are tied to your destiny, man. There's people that are tied to you and who you are. I mean, if you don't take the time to invest in yourself, their eyes may never be open to something new, because their destiny was tied into you. So take the time to invest in yourself, man, and see where it gets you. You ain't got nothing to lose, baby.
Once you get down to the bottom, you got to look up? What? There's only one play up. It's up, right? You're already down at the bottom. So once you've hit that rock bottom in your life and it's like, all right, something's got to give. Well, then guess what? It may need to start with you, because the habits that got you to where you were in that position is only because you did it. No one else.
Right.
So you need to take ownership in everything that you're doing within your life, no matter what. And then once you do that, then you're able to release and understand, all right, I was the one that did this. I was the one that did that. Okay, it wasn't their fault. Oh, man. Okay, because whoever in life, I'm telling you, once you hit bottom, there's no way else but to shine your light and say, okay, I'm done. Let's ready to roll. Let's rock. Thank you. Bring me where you want me. Let's go. So I can contest to a lot of stories that I could probably sit here and tell y'all for about 2 to 4 hours of things that have shifted my life from the time of the feet getting damaged all the way to, why I'm sitting right here right now. Why am I on this every day? Why are we doing this 7 days a week? Because we're bringing this every day because people need this kind of energy. They need that little kick in the butt because they know that, all right, they're the ones who've been procrastinating. No one else has been procrastinating for them. Because if you want it, like you said, you go out and get it. If you want something different in your physical life, mental, career, whatever it is, then who's going to shift that energy? Who's going to shift that thought process? Who is going to stop using this and start using their heart for a little while and start understanding that the more power comes from right here? Because once you start bringing love to the thoughts that you're putting into that mind, and then before you speak that mouth, are you bringing uplifting, encouraging words to someone? Are you breaking them down to try to bring them back to your level? So why don't you up your game just a little bit and know that I have something in my hands right here that is going to connect me with my energy and my chi, that once you actually see it and you can hold that energy ball within your hand and you're able to play with it and you're able to walk around the room right here just playing with that energy ball saying, I've got a creation coming. I've got something new coming. There's something more in the works. I have more abundance coming to me. I can feel the health that's running through my body that is in good working order. I can feel the energy that's rolling from me through Mother Earth to know that I am now connected truly as in one, and one is in He. And I am loving every minute of it because, like I said, I am a vine that is connected to that branch, and I'm not letting go because I am with Him. And I'm going to let Him bear the fruit that is coming through the abundance that's going to come into this world. And I'm getting what? Ready to be ready. Because if you're not ready for the abundance that's coming, that's going to come into your heart and into your life, then it will not make it. You are putting the blockers up. You're the one that's stopping and not letting it come on in. So once you say, yes, I am ready for everything that's coming into my life because I know I am a power source and this abundance of financials coming into my life and I'm loving it. This abundance of health that's coming into my life and I'm loving it. And I'm saying thank you each day for it. And the love that I get from my family and the love that I get from my community. Every day coming in here right here and seeing your beautiful faces and being able to know that this is touching people across the world. And all it is just a touch of a button now. And now instead of having me to walk all over the place and give my message day to day, I can do it right here and it spreads out to millions in a heartbeat. And I'm loving it. All right. Has anybody else got anything that they want to bring out today before we wrap this up?
I like what you said there, Julio, about, even our leaders have to learn, and they're always learning as well. And I really, really recognized that when I was down in Florida. I sat amongst, like Caitlin and Jang and some really are big leaders in our community. And they were asking questions, and that was inspiring. It was inspiring seeing the people that we look up to, seeing how their minds think and how they are growing and how they are bringing so much more, where I didn't know they could even find more to bring. So that's really important to recognize that when you do, because it was a game changer for me to be more, just put myself out there more and ask more. And who cares if you don't get the answer you're looking for? Maybe you'll get something even more out of it, actually. So that was a great point there.
I think
That's a great point.
I think when somebody, whenever any of us think that we've arrived, like we know it all, then we're in trouble. Then we're in trouble. Because, okay, I mean, from a business standpoint, how much money is enough money? If you have everything you want, everything you need, yeah, it'd be nice to, go and buy and spend stupid because you just don't care. But then you could be doing, you could be spending a bit more purposefully, nonetheless. But if you have all of your needs met, then, what is there past that point? You still have to be growing. You still have to be learning. You still have to be maturing. You still have to, I think that's one of the reasons why the whole retirement factor, whenever you have people who are, they retire at a certain age and then, boom, they end up dying a few years later. It's like, well, what the hell? Well, why? Well, they felt like they had no purpose. They made that person's life was set up where it was kind of like they stopped growing, and then they stopped growing and they have no purpose. And then like, oh, well, what the hell am I here for? It's like the spirit, kind of died off. Like, who wants to ever experience that? Now we're so, the majority of us, we're still young and vibrant, baby. So, even if you are older on here, it's all gravy. Like we're still growing, we're still maturing every single day. So, whenever we think that we've arrived, like, oh, we know it all, then I think you got a problem right there. So.
Hey, awesome words, and it's much tips that you can take right here from these messages in the morning that's given out from everybody that speaks. Brother Ryan, did you have something that you want to bring out this morning? Okay. If not, it's all good.
Yeah, morning, guys. Sorry, that dog, he's pretty big, so he doesn't, piles of puke are not the smallest. Whole roll of toilet paper or paper towel to clean it up. So, okay, I had something here, but I seem to have lost my spot. So, can you give me a minute?
Oh, definitely. But what Brother Ryan does, he's in Manitoba, Canada, and has a different ventures that he's into up there as well. But what he does is reads a passage out of a book that he's been reading on. He likes to read a lot of books, and he'll pass them on to the community and mails them out. Different little tips that he, hey, this was a good book for me. I learned from this one. And, the Think and Grow Rich, the Magic, there's so many more that we have that, we all pass out and about, so why? Because that enhances your brain to give you some energy and some new tips and tricks that we utilize within our lives by reading some of those books and some podcasts and stuff that we listen to as well. Why? Because like he said, we're always learning in Think and Grow Rich. There you go. We're always learning within ourselves as well. So why? Because if you stop learning, then you're just giving up. If you're just gotten complacent and say, I don't want to do anything else with my life, I'm happy with nothing else going on. And then you want to sit there and you piddle in your backyard and you just play in your garden and then, hey, you're happy and content with life. But, you know, there's some of us that know that we always have energy and we'll always be doing something, like Shannon was saying. We'll learn something else. Why? So we can bring it to the community and teach somebody else something new. And then we'll learn something else, and then we'll bring it back to our community and team. And that way it's continuous learning of people across the world, of different things that we're going through. So.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just, last few days, I'm just extremely grateful for each and every one of you in here and just where I'm at personally. So I thought you'd think I haven't brought anything from Magic yet, so I'm sure you all read it, but I'm just grateful, so I thought I'd bring something from there this morning. Whoever has gratitude will be given more, and he or she will have an abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. By the revelation of the hidden word, a cryptic text is made crystal clear. 2,000 years have passed since those words were recorded, but they are still as true today as they ever were. If you don't take the time to be grateful, you will never have more. And what you do have, you will lose. And the promise of the magic that will happen with gratitude in these words. If you're grateful, you will be given more, and you will have an abundance. And yeah, I just feel so abundant this morning. I just had to share that. So I love you all very much.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. Yes. It's all about the love and the abundance that's coming. Woo. Good message right there. All right. Anybody else got anything before we pass it on to Miss Angie for some affirmations? Miss Shiloh is out today with her child, getting some good memories of him going from kindergarten to his first master class that he's going to today. So she's there.
Thomas, I think just to hit back on what you were speaking on before, before Ryan started to read, you know, by investing in ourselves, we're going to get all these great little, you know, nuggets of information or something, you know, that we didn't have before, you know, and then we have this platform where we can go on here and sharpen somebody else, you know, and give it to somebody else so they can be enhanced by that. I was having a good conversation with a friend yesterday. About, you know, he's 30, so I'm 6 years older than him, but I was asking him some real serious questions about himself. And he was just, you know, like, man, Julio, I'm like, you know, like I asked him, I said, well, what's your intention of even being friends with me kind of stuff, you know? Because I'm still learning him, you know, we're still learning each other, getting to know each other. I've only known this guy. You know, I feel like I know him, but I don't, you know, like know him fully. So I wanted to, you know, I'm keeping it real. He's my friend. You know, and he was just saying, if I can learn something from you, Julio, you know, through your experiences in life and avoid drama or avoid having to go through a real frustrating situation or go through, you know, some struggles, then why the heck not? Why not learn from one of my peers? Why not learn from one of my friends? Why not learn from somebody, you know, who's more experienced in life instead of having to go through those trials myself? It'll save me heartache. It'll save me money spent. It'll save me time. It'll save me stress, you know, and Lord knows what else, you know? So I was like, man, something to really think about and consider, you know? So it's a great thing when you're investing in yourself. You know, I asked another person a question yesterday, one of my leads that messaged me. We were just having general conversation back and forth. And I asked him, you know, what books have you read? You know, and he's just like, well, I'm not much of a reader. And I go, okay. I said, I respect that. It's cool. I'm not hating on you. You know, I said, well, what's the difference between you now and you 10 years from now? You know, and he's like, you know, I don't know. So I'm like, well, outside of the obvious, you know, you might be a little skinnier, you might be a little fatter, you might be a little older. You know, there's certain things that are just, you might have some grays, you know, there's certain things that are naturally going to occur no matter what. You know, you might look like you didn't age a day. Okay, great. You know, but there's certain things that are going to be obvious you now, you 10 years from now. You know, so I asked him, I said, what's the difference? He's like, I don't know the answer to that question, you know. I said, well, you know, it's the books that you read. He said, why? Why would you say that? I said, well, during the 10 years, you could have gained so much knowledge, so much understanding, you know. A lot of the books that we read, that's, you know, somebody's 10 years of their life, 15 years of life. Some of them, it's their life story kind of concept, you know. He's like, well, I never thought about it like that. You know, and that's the reality. I got that from a pastor friend of mine, you know, when I was younger. He said, you know, you now and you 10 years from now, you know, can be two completely different persons individually, you know, but it's about how you invest your time and make sure that you're investing, into some good reading habits. So you're gaining understanding, you're gaining knowledge. Nobody leaves this earth knowing everything, but if you can learn a nice chunk of it and be able to hand that over to somebody and give that, that wisdom, that knowledge, that understanding over something, hand that over to somebody else, that's a beautiful thing, man. That's part of enhancing our human being, enhancing our fellow man, enhancing each other.
Yes. Awesome words. Every time. I love when he comes in here and he grabs him and he comes back and then it's like, yes, just grabs him some more and ready to bring it in. So, guys, always learning. Thank you, Brother Julio. All right, Angie, are you ready to wrap us up this morning?
Yeah, if I remember to unmute myself. So kind of short notice, but that's all right. I like that. So I just looked up some motivational affirmations, since that's quite fitting to what we're talking about here. So I can do it. When my intentions are clear, the universe cooperates with me and I can accomplish anything. I think of only positive things and positive things happen in my life. I am a go-getter and I will continue till I achieve my goals. I am always successful. Success is in my blood. The doors of opportunity are always open for me, and I take advantage of the same without fail. Motivation comes to me easily, and I also successfully motivate others. I am full of energy and hope and live my life to the fullest. I enjoy challenges. I take them head on and win over them. Motivation comes to me from inside. I am my own motivator. The only option for me is success. I forge ahead and ultimately succeed. I know I make a difference, and I try my best to help others. My goal itself is my motivation. I see only the goal till the end, till the time I reach it. I know my worth. I deserve success, and I get it. Life is beautiful. Life is fulfilling. I love life. My work is my motivation. I work continuously till I achieve.
Much love. Appreciate everybody that's come out today. Y'all have an awesome day and enjoy every moment. Keep a smile on your face. Happiness in the heart. Love and appreciate you all.